आपकी लगे थी है।
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Amrish.
Hey, good morning. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, guys, let me share my screen. Okay, okay. So yesterday, guys, what we discussed about the subnet mask, and we discussed about the what is the host IP and network IPs, and what we discussed yesterday. Uh, we discussed about the difference between the public IPs and private IPs, how it works, how this public IP is going to be assigned, why the public IPs are important, why the public IPs are unique. So all these things yesterday we discussed, right? Okay. Um, Today I'm going to show you how to uh, create a virtual network in Azure, and how to assign the address spaces, how to create a subnets, and all these things we are going to discuss today. Okay. So first point, what is network? Once again, we come from here. Why this network is important? Hmm? Why we need to create a network? Any idea?
To connect to each
Recording in
layers.
progress.
Okay. To secure your resource. Okay. So for example, I have some devices inside our network, right? So we are able to secure, you want to secure these devices. How we are going to do? We need some control on it. So you want to set up some control on these devices. It might be server, it might be any other device. Okay. So why we build a house? Because of security, we are build a house, right? To avoid some situations, we are going to maintain some security. If you are standing on road, so do you have a security on the anyone can access you, right? But if you are staying at home, okay. So if you someone who want try to contact you or connect you, they should need a permission to enter into your house. Whoever have a permission, only those people can get into the house and can contact you. Okay. So we are securing ourselves here. The same way, we are trying to secure our resources within the network. So how we are going to secure and what is the advantages we have and how to implement, we'll see. Okay. So every network, we have some boundary. That boundary we can call address space. For example, how many devices I want to put into this network? Okay, how many devices I want to put here? Okay, I'm going to give some address space like this. 10.0.0.16. Okay, this is my network address space. Okay, so this is a class A, class B, or class C. What is the range of this? Which class it is? 10 series. Which class?
Class A.
Class?
A.
Class A. So yesterday we discussed, right? Do you guys remember? The class A comes into the picture. Where is that? Yeah. So 0 to 126. Okay. So class A public IPs. In this entire list, they are going to take one series called 10 series. 10.0.0.0. This series, they make this as a private series. Here, they are using 172 dot, yeah, 168 dot, this series, okay. Here, 192 dot series. So these are the private series out of this public range series. So only this particular series they make it as a private. Okay, any IP address starts with 10, 172 or 192. These are private IP ranges, IP addresses in the class A, class B, class C. Yesterday we already discussed, right? All these things. So I gave my IP address space we can call it as 10.0.0.16. So how many IPs I can get here? What is the static and what is the network address and what is the host address here?
First two octets are network address.
Yeah, first two are fixed, no change at all. This is network address. These two are active. You can change 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 255, up to 255, you'll get it. Okay. So these two are, how can I know that this is the two active, these two are static? Because of this number. So total 32, each, I told you that yesterday is a 8 octet, 8 octet, 8 octet, 8 octet. So 16 means these two are closed. 8, 8, 16, these two closed. It is never changed. Only the rest of these two octets can change 0 to 255. Okay. So this is the way we are going to do that. So how many IPs we can get? So we have a calculator also, online calculator. We can go through that. In real time also, we are using some calculator.net IP calculator. So you can see here, I want to check how many IPs if I get. For example, if you go to if I give my series called 10.0.0.0, this is my address space. And what is the subnet mask I'm going to select? If I'm going to select as 16, calculate, you can see automatically it gives the number. This is the final number I will get it. 65,536 IPs I can get. You can see these two are fixed and I will get rest of the two up to 255 to 255. These two will get it calculated. So total 65,536 devices I can able to add in my network. That is a maximum number I can able to get it. If I make it as, for example, 24, for example, calculate. You can see here, three are fixed. 10.0.0, only last one only you're able to change up to 255. Maximum 256. You can see 256 total number. 256 means 0 to 255. Okay. That is total is equal to 256. But you can see here total number of usable hosts 254 only. What does it mean that? What about the rest of the two? Total we get 256, right? But we can get maximum of 254 IPs only for
Initial
each of
two not allowed. Like they'll be fixed, right? Those IPs are not allowed.
0 and 255. These two are not used because this 255 is we can call it as a broadcast IP. Broadcast IP means, for example, the devices which are a part of network can able to communicate each other without any restrictions. So this 255 IP is a broadcasting everything within the network. Okay. So 0 is the the configuration IP. So we cannot use this one. So 0 and 255 we cannot use. Only up to 254 only we can use. But in Azure, we cannot use 0, 1, 2,
Three.
no, 255 also. Okay, including 3 also. 3 also. 3 comma 255. Total 5 IPs are missing because 255 is a broadcasting IP, 0 is a configuration IP, 1 to 3 also they are using for the virtualization process. Okay, so we cannot get this IPs, we cannot use. Only you will get 251 IPs only for each octet. You can get in one subnet, we can get 251 only if it is Azure. Here we can get 254. In on-premises, you are getting 254, but in cloud, in Azure cloud only, you will get 251. Okay, that is a maximum IPs you get it. Okay, now I'm going to create this particular network. How many IPs required? I can calculate it and open it and okay, the maximum. So generally in real time also, we can go with the /16 only for entire network. And we are going to make it as subnets later. But as of now, we can create as a one address space called 10.0.0.60. Okay. So now, once you have a network, then the address space is like 10.0.0.0/16. So now I want to make this network into small pieces. What is this called? Subnets. We'll discuss why the subnets are required. Okay. First, I'm going to show you how to create a network in a Azure. Then we can go discuss about the subnets also. Okay. Let me connect to my portal. 1 second. Let me scan it. Okay. So I logged into my portal, azure.portal.azure.com. So you can get the how I'm going to create a network. So you can type VNet. You can get the services, guys. You can get type here if you know the service name. Otherwise, if you go to the all services here also, you can search for the what service you want to create. All services are available here. You can type like virtual. You can see under virtual you have everything. So in cloud, everything we can call as a virtual machines, virtual network, virtual gateway. Everything is virtual because we don't have physical access to the particular device. We are using that service which provided by Microsoft, but we cannot directly access or we cannot do anything on that. Okay, we can we can create our own VPN gateways. We can create our own network. We can create our own virtual machines. We can do everything, but we don't have any physical access to that particular hardware devices. So that's the reason in cloud everything you can call as a virtual. So we are going to create a virtual network. Okay, we have a virtual network. So just click on create. I told you right, subscription is mandatory, resource group is mandatory. So if you have any other resource groups, you can use it. Otherwise, you can create a new resource group also here directly. Okay. In real time, guys, we need to very careful to select the resource groups and subscriptions before creating your resources because it's a specific region. The region also we need to very important before deployment. Okay. Um, I will show you that. Okay. VNet one. If I give any name of my virtual network, click on next. Okay. So it's asking some security. We'll discuss later. Go to the IP address. This is the address space you want to give. You want to use this a default. They give a series like class A series 10.0.0.0 They give it. So you can see that number model. If you select the 16, it will show you how many IPs you get it for this network. If I select 17, maximum you will get 32,768. If I get 18, 16,384. 19, 8,192. It is 20, 4,096. 21. So keep on increasing the number, it is reducing the addresses. If I select 21, so in this network maximum you will get, you can deploy 2048. This is the maximum number you can utilize it. These many devices you can deploy it. Okay. So for example, I'm going to take a 16. So it will give the predefined model also it will do. Maximum of this is the size you are getting it. 255 into 255, it is 65,536. You can calculate also. 255 into 255. You can see 65 and 25. So including broadcasting and all, it will add 536 only. So maximum number. Okay. So you can see the subnet also. By default, you have one subnet also they will provide it. If you don't want or you want to change the name, you can do it. So we will discuss about this subnet after this one. Okay. As of now, my subnet is 10.0.02, 10.0.0.255. Okay, next. So I told you that tags is mandatory in real time for most of the projects. So you have to give tag like who created, when created. Many depends on the what strategy they followed. Okay. Then review and create. So you will get a option like this, validation pass. That means what are the inputs you gave here is everything is correct. So the correct means like, for example, they have some specific options. Like for example, if you go to create a storage account, it is not allowed to use any capital letters. Okay, if you give any capital letter, it will validation failed. So some the names like or names or tags or something like that. If you anything if you give wrong or anything like that, the validation will be failed. So real time guys, before you click on create, this is the final confirmation. It will give the detailed information what exactly you are selected in all sections. You can go through once. Okay, if I select the right subscription or not, if I select the right resource group or not, is it reason is correct or not? Okay, the address space which I given correct or not. The once you can review everything, the final review, and then click on create. So now the deployment is going on here. It will show the progress here. What is the status? That okay. Now it is created. Now go to the resources. 1 second, please. Okay. Now you can see this is the name of your virtual network. This is the resource group you have. This is the region you selected. This is subscription. You can see this is the address space 10.0.0.016. Okay. We have one subnet here. Okay. So now here you can go to the address space. You can see here also the same. Okay. It will show you what are the devices are connected to this particular virtual networks. As of now, nothing is there. So if you go here, subnets, one subnet will be there. If you want, you can add more subnets also. Okay. So first of all, what is a subnet? Why it is required? Okay. For example, you have a house. Why you are creating multiple? We have a bedroom, we have a kitchen, we have a hall. Why all these are required in our house? Why can't you go with a plain room? Why you segregate your house in the pieces? Why you are doing that? Single bedroom, double bedroom. Why it is required?
Privacy.
Privacy and organized way to maintain your resources. What are the inputs, or if you have specific reason for example, you have a kitchen. This kitchen is required for specific work. Okay, we have a hall. The people can come and sit in the hall. So the specific requirement is there. So you are going to segregate our house into pieces, but and we can utilize that space for specific use. Correct? Okay. So if instead of there is no rooms, everything is clumsy, right? We don't know what exactly we are going to do. So everything is in same here. We can use it our house without rooms also, but there is not organized way, and we cannot implement privacy within the house if there is there is no blocks inside the house. So anyone can connect anyone without any permission. We cannot control anything. We cannot do anything. There is no privacy at all. If you make it as small rooms in our house, we can create a privacy within your house. So we can control the traffic or in main gate of your house, we can do that. But how we want to implement the privacy within your house with the help of these rooms? We can lock your room. We can block your this room. We can do that. We can give the permissions who want to access it, who want to come inside the room. We can give a permission. We can control it everything here, right? One second. Okay. So the same way, in our in our network also we have different type of servers, or we are using different applications. Like we have databases, we have application servers, we have web servers. Different servers will have different purposes. We are using different resources in our network. So how you are going to segregate and how to control the traffic between those servers or devices within the network with the help of subnets. For example, I have a database. I have some servers, have a database. So I'm going to deploy that database servers on this particular subnet. So I have some application servers. I'm going to deploy on this subnet. I have some front-end web servers I deployed here. So as per my rule, I don't want to allow the traffic from my web server to my database directly. We can control. I want to allow only traffic from the application servers to the database server. That's all. So if there is no subnets here in this network, you cannot control like this. You have to that you can any by default any server can connect any server within the network. Got it? So there is no control. If you create a subnet and provide a security in a subnet level or server level, we will discuss what are the services to implement that. Okay. But we can control the traffic for the specific reason. Okay. That is a purpose of subnets. We can create multiple subnets and each subnet, how many IPs you want, you can create. Okay. For example, I can give 10.0.1.0/24. The same way 10.0.2.0/24. This one 10.0.3.0/20. So whatever the devices I have here, this IPs will get in this particular subnet, I will get maximum of 255 IPs. That means 251 as per Azure Cloud. Here I am getting 251. Here also I'm getting 251. The series is like here. What is the IP I may get here? The first device. Any guesses? What is the first IP I will get this for? For example, I deploy first this virtual machine in this particular subnet. What is the IP I may get for this server?
10.0.1.6.
10.0.1.
6.
It's not a 6, it's a 4.
4.
4. Okay.
Because 0, 1, 2, 3 is blocked and 255 is blocked. Not, it start from 4. Okay. In Azure cloud, it start from cloud as a 4. Okay. For this subnet, Anil, you tell me what is the IP you will get it? Anil or Bhargavi? What is the IP I will get here? But this is the first device in this particular subnet. What is the IP I will get it for this subnet? This for this server. You can try. Any idea, Bhargavi or Anil? What do you think? No idea?
255.
Hmm? What is the
No, sir,
IP?
not.
No idea? Bhargavi? No idea? You can see here, right? What is the subnet address space here? 10.0.2.0/24. So what happened here? 24 means this only last number will be changed. These three are fixed. So by default 10.0.2 will come for all devices within this network, this particular subnet. This is a common for any device. This device, 10.0.2 is a common. Only the last number will change. So first device, you will get 4. Second device, 5. Third device, 6. Fourth device, 7. Eighth, fifth device, 8. So this is common. That means 10.0.2 is common because it's a /24. That means it's 3 are fixed. No change. Here are the same. It says /24 means these 3 are fixed. Fourth one only change. Okay, this is not that much easy to understand initially, but in the long run, you will definitely understand this. Okay, initially it is a bit difficult. It's a fresher in this particular networking areas. This is not that much easy. So we have some. It will take some time to understand. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so now I can create multiple subnets within the network. So for example, I'm going to give app subnet. I can give the address space. Okay, 10.0.1.0/24. If you want, you can change it also. It's your choice. Okay, add it. You can add one more subnet, DB subnet. It is automatically you can see this. The series is automatically updated here. If you want, you can change it. It doesn't matter. If you don't need these many IPs in this network, in subnet, you can reduce it. You can take it as 26. So if you take 26, how many IPs you get it? You can see up to 63. You can add. You can see 59 IPs you will get for this subnet. This subnet you will get 251. Okay. In this subnet you will get 251. I told you that out of 256 minus 251. So those are resolved now. Rest are resolved. Okay. So here you can create a network and a subnet. So let me try to deploy one server inside this network. What will happen? Okay. I'm going to create one virtual machine. Take this up, take it as virtual machine 1. That is also used to ES2. We'll discuss all these things later. So what type of server I want to create? So Windows 2022. We'll discuss deeply into this particular images, model sizes and all later once you go for the virtual machine section. Okay. I'm going to give some address, username and password.
Two CPUs, will it allow to RDP?
So which one?
The CPU core, two CPUs, two virtual CPUs, will it allow?
Yeah, this is the size of the virtual machine. It's a 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM. This is the size.
I think that won't, it might be not compatible to take RDP.
No, the CPUs, this is the size of your motherboard actually. It's not a NIC card, not two NICs actually. It is a single NIC. RDP will allow. No issue at all. Okay, we have, you can see here, when you go to the network section, it will ask which network you want to deploy. So this is my network. Which subnet you want to deploy? Okay, is a default one, app subnet or DB subnet. For example, application subnet, I want to deploy it. Okay, if you need a public IP or not for this particular virtual machine. If I don't have public IP, what will happen? Can I able to connect this server?
No.
Okay. So you can see here, I have a network. I have one subnet inside this network, and I have one server within the network. Okay. So by default, this server will get a which IP within the network? Is a private IP or public IP?
Private.
Private, right? For example, this is my address range. Okay. And this is the address range of my private IP. 1.0/24. This is the subnet. Inside the subnet, I have a virtual machine, VM1. Okay. So this server will get in a default IP, the first private IP. You can see 10.0.1.1
Four.
dot 4. So this is the IP. I will get this one. So from my lab, for example, someone is trying to contact or connect this, take RDP of this server to try to log into this server. So for example, I'm trying to connect from my laptop. So my laptop is not a part of this network, right? I'm trying to contact from outside through the internet. Okay, my request will come to this network and check is to get into this request into the inside this network and connect to the server. But it is not possible because this server have a private IP. So how can make this server is available? I need to provide if any request which is allowed to connect through the internet, we require a public IP.
రోజు బయట తినకూడదు నాన్న మెత్తగా వేసిస్తామని చెప్పా కదా.
Public IP, right? So with a public IP, you cannot connect because the request come from internet. So internet, if we are trying to connect any device, we require a public IP. Without public IP, you cannot connect from the internet. So if this particular server have a public IP, you can able to connect. If the server only have a private IP, you cannot connect from outside the network. Okay. So what will happen in real time in your office? You are working from home. So you connect your internet connection your home. So how you are going to connect your servers, office servers from your home? How you are going to connect? Because this is a different network, you are in the different network. So how you are going to connect?
Through VPN.
Okay, what is that VPN? Through VPN. So VPN is one of the service or device. We can call it as jump server, or we can call it as many things. Like in a cloud, we can call it as a patient host. Okay, so someone should have public IP which are available in this network. Okay, for example, you have a house. 3 members are there. I'm the person. So these 3 members, I don't know anyone. Okay, I reach this house and try to get into this house. So any of these members are not aware of who am I. So can I able to get into this house? Yes or no? Am I able to get in?
No, no.
No, right? Because I don't know. These 3 guys don't know who am I. Okay, they don't know. So they're not allowed to get into the house. So someone should know me. Okay. For example, I know this guy. So I reached here. I can contact this guy first. Okay, this guy allow me to get into the house. Once I get into the house, I can contact this guy. They will introduce me to all these guys. I can call and I can contact them without any issue. Correct? So this guy is an access entry point for me to get into this house. The same way, this VPN is an entry point to get into your network. So how can I reach to this particular device? How can this particular device can receive the request which come through the internet? This device have a public IP. So if this device does not have public IP, even though this guy also not aware of me, because they don't allow any request through internet. They don't know to receive a request which come from through internet. Because if you don't have public IP, they are not aware of it. So this particular device have a public IP. Once you reach it to this device and get into the network, then you can contact any of your devices. So the same strategy you are followed in a office. So we are connecting through the internet to this VPN gateway. That this is the VPN, or we can call as um, jump server. We can call it as Bayesian host in the cloud. Okay, in Azure cloud. So this particular one device have a public IP to allow me to get into our network. Then I can connect all my devices. This is the strategy. The same strategy followed everywhere. Okay. For example, I have multiple servers here. One more server here. Okay. The same subnet. So this server have a public IP. So first what I'm going to do, I'm trying to connect this server first. Because it's a public IP, can allow to get in. So now I am able to connect this server or not. This server does not have a public IP. So can I able to connect this server or not? You tell me. From here, I'm trying to say from here, I'm able to connect the server or not. Did you get my question? So first I'm trying to connect, this is my laptop. I try to connect this server. I'm able to log into this server because this server have a public IP. I log into this server. Now I try to connect this server. This server does not have public IP, only private IP. Okay. That is 10.0.1.5.
No,
So
we cannot connect.
can I able to connect from this server to this server?
Within same infra we can connect, but from outside we cannot connect to that another server. But from inside the VM1 to VM2 we can connect.
Yes. We can connect this server to this server because within the network, right? What I told you, right? Within the network, we are able to, we can allow to connect. There is no restrictions. See, in our house, once you get into the house, you can contact anyone, right? Because you are already inside the house. So from this server, you can connect to any server. If I connect this server first, from here, I can connect any of the servers. So I get in through the one public IP to the network, then I can connect anyone inside the network because there is no restrictions inside the network. I can connect, but I cannot connect this server directly from the internet because it does not have a public IP. Okay. So how we are going to restrict and how we are going to allow the traffics and all these things, we will discuss tomorrow, guys. And then we are going to deploy one virtual machine also tomorrow. I will show you how to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stop here today. We'll continue tomorrow. See you guys.
Please upload recordings.
Yeah, I'll do it today. It's all
Yeah,
set.
okay.
Thanks.
Thank you all.